So that's why the BMF said earlier, like you have to use on a reliable source or a reliable supply, like Atomic and Aluminium. They are using these standards and they are maintaining these standards all the way throughout. While those new companies are coming from China, they can give you very good samples that will meet your standards, almost the same quality as 80s, poly and alucarbon. They will give you very good examples. If you want to send it for the test, it will pass for sure. But the question is, the full production that you will use in the building, are they using the same quality that they're giving you on the samples? We're not sure. Why? Because you don't know this company very well. You have to do a lot of research of this company to make sure that they maintain the quality of. If you look at the, I'm not sure if all of you here have been to ACP factory. Maybe some have been to, maybe some are not. Yeah, but it's if you look at there, you cannot see really. Let's say if you compare to Alucarbon, Alpolic, and then the other factory here, then the process is the same. So what sort of QA/QC you will see there? Because you will see coil, two sheets of coil coming in together with a layer inside, laminated together. So as a client or developer or even architect or consultant, you go there, you don't see the composition of the core. You don't see the percentage of plastics inside the FR core. They can tell you anything. They can tell you it's 30% plastic, 70% FR material or whatever. But can you believe that 100%? So from Meinhard's point of view, we cannot approve certain products if it goes undertake any many international tests. That's why it's there are many suppliers coming in to talk to Meinhard and they ask me, Roger, how can we put our products into your specifications? I said, there's a lot of work to do that. I myself cannot just put your product, even though I feel that, okay, your quality passed the standards that we're requiring for, or the project requires, but to put in Meinhard specification, it has to be, we have our own R&D department where synchronize all the approved products that we put in our specifications. At the moment, we don't really put exact brand in some materials. Only major materials that were like glass, cladding materials that we put in our specs, because this has been studied by since the existence of Meinhard facade. So it has been studied by many colleagues before, reviewed the testings, and then inspected the factories of these brands. And that's like, I've been asked by ATs as well, how can we put our products there? Is it give us samples or do some testings and then, because the testing that people give, like especially the Chinese products, like sometimes mostly written in Chinese, and the testing labs are in Chinese, and very, very few that have European or American testing, a third-party lab. So that's one of the requirements that we do from Meinhard to select suitable cladding for the project.
It seems to me that Chinese products not your choice.
It's not all Chinese products are bad. You know, Chinese can do a high quality product if you wish, but the problem is like people's. I think most of us here, like when you say Chinese products, it's cheap and it's crap. Quality is not good. But in reality, Chinese can make good products if you require them to do it for you. But to sell into the market, to compete to these guys, because of the mindset of the people using the products, when you say it's coming from China, you cannot compare it to carbon or poly. When it's coming from local manufacturer, you cannot compare it. So it's very tough. So what they do is like they produce a less what do you call it? Less quality product just to compete for the price. And yet they will try to, I'm not saying they're cheating, but they will try to convince you through samples as well, which is very dangerous. So if I've been asked also if they can sell the products for us, for our R&D team to do some testing or whatever. I said, but don't give me a sample. Give me a cut-off of your full production. Which I did one of our projects in Vietnam. The client asked me, Roger, why are you not approving this product? So I told them the reason why. And it seems very difficult to understand in a common terms. Because if you look at the testings, me myself, I'm struggling to understand the details of the testing of NF, the NFPA 285, the BS thing. You have to start, you cannot absorb the content of it in one day or two. So what I say to the client, very simple test. If you want to see how good the product is, they say the composite analysis. When the building is on fire, those standard tests may be superseded by the amount of fire in the building. So I told the client, you just simulate a simple test. Burn the product, and you see how the product reacts to the flame, to the fire. Then you decide for yourself whether you want to use it or not.
ของคุณเก่งที่จะเทสวันนี้มียี่ห้ออื่นด้วยไหมฮะหรือของเราคนเดียว
มีทั้งของเราแล้วก็มีของตุนแต่ไม่มีแบรนด์ไม่เห็น
เข้าใจแล้วจะบอกไหมว่าเป็นแบรนด์ไหน
ไม่บอก